Right then, fancy finding Wonderkids like that? Let's go. How's it going, folks? Hope you're well and had a great Christmas. Now, I was scrolling through Twitter the other day and this came up. So it's a Wonderkid chat on Twitter led by Out of Context FM Twitter channel, and my man Andrew Leese replied to the channel with that exact tweet. And let me tell you, it blew up. I had a little read of it and I thought, you know, the masses need to hear this one. Now, before we start, I should say that if you're the type of FM player that likes to get down and dirty, deep down and gritty and keep the realism flowing, it may be not the tip for you. But if you're the type of player who just wants things done a little bit faster now and again, this tip is for you. This is how we find Wonderkids pretty damn fast. So before we get into it, once again, big thanks to Andrew for letting me use his little tweet, his little golden nugget that he picked out of the cherry pie for FM players. There's his Twitter, give him a little follow and let's get into this little tip. Now, like I said at the start, if you are a proper player who likes to scout and find these Wonderkids yourself with that satisfaction, this is probably not the one for you. This is for players who just want to get into it, pluck some Wonderkids up and get rolling. And also, it may not work straight away in the game. You're going to need a bit of game time to flow for the game, and the media, there's a little clue, the media to form their opinions of players. Now, without any further ado, your scouting screen. And by the way, this may not be rocket science to some people, but for a lot of people it's going to help because Andrew's tweet replies blew up. So we are on the scouting screen. We go to player search, which we're already on. Now you can see they're all in here. Now the first thing I do is go to edit search and make the age range between 15 and 21. So, you know, you're not going to have a Wonderkid at 45. Unfortunately for me, because I am 40. Next thing you do is you go to over here, you've got your players that have been filtered, go to your overview, click that down, go to custom, press customize current view, and then this little screen comes up. Now from this screen, get yourself up to filter, drop it down to general, there you go. Now you're going to scroll down a little bit and there you can see it, media description, give that a highlight, press add, and it moves across over there. Now this next bit is completely up to you. If I select media description, you can move it up. So if you want it at the start of your search, for example, we'll move it on up all the way up to there, and that means it's going to be in this column here when we press OK. We'll press OK, and there you can see media description. So it's going to be in alphabetical order. You can see media description there. If I click it, it'll change it to attacking fullback, young winger, A or Y, A to Z. So from young winger, literally all we're going to do is going to scroll down. Now for context, this game is a season in with AC Milan. So we're one season in, so the scouts have been around, the media descriptions have been formed to quite a bit of an extent. Now at this point, you will get some Wonderkids popping up, but there won't be a huge list unless you assign your scouts to search in that area, in that age bracket, spend a bit of time at the start doing it this way. We've got an absolute abundance of scouts. I'm going to send them all over the world, every nook and cranny. That will open up as many Wonderkids as possible. We'll have a setup something like this. So we've got our scope. This is the South American one. Age maximum 20, possibly even 19, you know. Scouted potential at least very good. You can go up to superb if you like, or start a bit lower. That's entirely up to you, but we're going very good. And start assignment, and we'll do that for various regions across the world. By doing that, you're going to open up even more possibilities of an extended list of Wonderkids. So now, depending on how many leagues you've got formed and how big your database is, you're going to scroll down until you get to W. And for me, I've got quite a few games saved in here, so it's going to take a little bit of time, so bear with. I'm still scrolling. My God, there's a lot of young players in this, of potential as well. And I should add at this point, while we're doing this, this is the media's description of the player. Some players are not yet formed as Wonderkids, so that's why it's important to still do your original scouting techniques, going to under-19 tournaments, national teams, things like that. But this is just a quicker way to get some already known Wonderkids. And there we go, just after young attacking midfielders, you have Wonderkids section as decided for by the media description. So you can see there's some well-known ones there, such as Ansu Fati, Martinelli, but there is also some ones you may not have heard of, again, such as Thales Magno, Wonderkid over at New York City FC, 19 years old. You can see the price is a lot more decent than some of them. Adam Hlozek, there you go, 4 million to 6.2 million. So there is scope to find them. And the best thing about this is, as the game progresses, more and more come available using this technique because they become more well known. The scouts are out and about and they find more and more of these Wonderkids. So like I said, after a few years, the new gens, regens, whichever side of the fence you sit on there, they start to come through as well. So this is another handy tool. You can see there, Emmanuel Navarro, striker centre, 19 years old. He's at River Plate, already a wonder kid. You can see his stats, he's 19. He's coming through. So the year's 2025, and Alan Zinho, so that's Alan in English. Big Alan is coming through as well. Look at the stats coming through, and more of these come through as your years in the game progress. Easy to find them. For me, it's not the ultimate way, it is the quickest way though. You can even use that technique to go one step further if you want to have a little bit more of a look around. So we'll go to some under-20s teams around the world. So here we have Mexico under-20s. So when you're looking for wonder kids, don't get obsessed by the word wonder kid. You want to have a little look at these ones as well. Promising, because they can develop into your wonder kids. Now, for example, we'll look at these all the way down here in Mexico. We've got promising wingers, promising strikers, and they're a lot cheaper than your established wonder kids. So, for example, this guy, 150,000 to 1.5 million. So what's he going to look like? Let's have a look. We'll drag it across back to where he's at. Here he is, Emilio Garza, 18 years old. And bang, you can see at 18 years old, his attributes are definitely worth a second look. He's called promising, 150 grand to 1.5 mil. You can develop him. I'm telling you, he will be a wonder kid with the right training regime. So wonder kids, yes, quick fix at the start, but use it, develop it, and have a look at the promising section as well. So you can call it an exploit, you can call it a lazy way to do it, but you're going to find some wonder kids. Now what you will find is a lot of them are quite higher priced though. You want to find the real wonder kids, you need to get down and dirty with it. That is just the quickest way to do it, I think. And if you're into wonder kids, that ain't my vibe. The wonder kid master is Omega Luke. Go over to his channel and you'll find all sorts of wonder kids that he's been testing. But that is your no fuss how to find wonder kids in about 4 or 5 clicks. Thanks to Andrew for that. He's mind blowing. A lot of people, they didn't even know it existed. I didn't even know it existed. Easy way to find wonder kids. There you go.